The seeds of betrayal. The Roloff family farm in Oregon had always been more than just land. To the millions of viewers who followed Little People, Big World for nearly 2 decades, it symbolized love, legacy, and the dream of passing something precious to the next generation. But behind the rustic barns and pumpkin patches, shadows of betrayal were forming. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. At the center stood Matt Roloff, the farm's patriarch, and his partner, Carin Chandler. To outsiders, Carin was the supportive girlfriend who helped Matt move on after his divorce from Amy Roloff. But insiders whisper about another Carin, shrewd, calculating, and willing to bend loyalty for financial gain. When Amy sold her portion of Roloff Farms to Matt in 2019, she did so with trust that the family's history would remain honored. What she never saw coming was a secret maneuver, a hidden deal Carin orchestrated that would eventually strip Amy of millions she rightfully deserved. And so begins the saga fans now call the Roloff farm heist. The perfect storm. In the aftermath of Matt and Amy's divorce, tension simmered. Amy had struggled with the decision to sell her half of the farm, but ultimately, Matt's insistence and her own desire for closure pushed her to sign. At first, it seemed like a fair arrangement. Matt bought Amy out, and Amy moved into a cozy home of her own nearby. The Roloff kids, Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob, expressed mixed feelings, but they tried to stay neutral. What no one knew was that Carin had already been meeting with real estate advisors, lawyers, and even potential investors. Her plan wasn't just about supporting Matt's dream of keeping the farm. It was about control of land, money, and power within the Roloff legacy. By positioning herself as Matt's confidant, Carin slowly became the gatekeeper of farm decisions. And when the chance came to renegotiate hidden aspects of Amy's buyout, Carin seized it. The hidden clause. The scandal unraveled years later when a stack of legal documents surfaced during a routine property filing. Buried within the fine print of Amy's 2019 buyout agreement was a clause she never fully understood. The clause, allegedly added after late-night revisions Carin pushed Matt to approve, stipulated that any future sale of farmland to third parties would not owe Amy residual profits beyond her initial payout. In simple terms, if Matt and Carin sold the land for far more than Amy was paid, Amy would see none of that windfall. This clause turned out to be the heart of the heist. At the time of Amy's sale, the farm's valuation was conservative, designed to reflect ongoing maintenance costs and limited development. But just a few years later, land values in Oregon skyrocketed. Developers began eyeing Roloff farms not just as farmland, but as prime real estate for luxury builds, wedding venues, and commercial ventures. Matt and Carin's deal meant they alone stood to reap those rewards, leaving Amy cheated out of millions. Family fallout. The Roloff children were the first to feel the sting of this revelation. Zach, who had long expressed interest in owning part of the farm, felt betrayed not just by his father, but by Carin. It's like she inserted herself into something sacred, he reportedly told a close friend. Jeremy, who had also once dreamed of raising his family on the land, fumed privately to Audrey. We were told there wasn't enough money, that things were too complicated. Meanwhile, Carin was setting up her own empire. Jacob, the youngest, took to social media with cryptic posts about greed and selling out family history. Even Molly, who had largely avoided the farm drama, couldn't hide her disappointment. The siblings all agreed on one point: Amy had been robbed, and Carin was at the center of it. Carin's defense. When confronted, Carin denied any wrongdoing. "I love this family. I would never cheat Amy out of anything," she insisted during a tense interview. All of the farm decisions were made fairly and legally. Amy got exactly what she agreed to. But to fans and even some insiders, her words rang hollow. One farm employee recalled late-night meetings between Carin and a real estate consultant in the farmhouse kitchen. She was running the numbers, talking about timing the market, the employee said. Matt just kind of sat there and nodded. Carin was driving everything. The heist exposed. As the truth spread, fans began calling it the Roloff farm heist. Online forums exploded with speculation. Some argued Carin saw an opportunity and took it, while others accused Matt of being complicit. Investigative reports revealed that Carin had pushed for the clause protecting future profits just days before Amy signed her deal. Amy, overwhelmed and eager to move on, didn't fully grasp the implications. She trusted that the agreement was fair, a close friend of Amy said. But Carin made sure it wasn't. Amy's pain. For Amy, the discovery was devastating. She had long expressed sadness over leaving the farm, but at least she thought she'd walked away with her fair share. Learning that her ex-husband's partner had essentially cut her out of future profits reopened old wounds. She feels betrayed, the source added. Not just by Matt, but by Carin, who she always suspected didn't have her best interests at heart. Amy reportedly broke down in tears when told the potential profits Matt and Carin were poised to make from upcoming land deals, money that could have easily added millions to her retirement. Public backlash. The fan community turned sharply against Carin. Hashtags like Farm Heist and Justice for Amy trended on social media. Viewers who had once tolerated Carin as Matt's partner now accused her of manipulation. "I always knew she was after the farm," one fan tweeted. "Now we have proof." Petitions even surfaced demanding TLC ban Carin from future Little People, Big World appearances. Matt's silence. Perhaps the most puzzling part of the saga was Matt's silence. He neither confirmed nor denied Carin's role in the deal. In interviews, he simply said, "Amy made her decision. Business is business." But many fans saw his passivity as complicity. By allowing Carin to control negotiations, Matt had effectively betrayed the mother of his children. The legacy question. The scandal left the Roloff family divided and the farm's legacy tainted. Would the farm, once a symbol of family unity, now be remembered as the site of betrayal? Would the Roloff children ever forgive their father and Carin for what they saw as a financial and emotional robbery? As for Amy, she vowed to keep moving forward. But privately, friends said, the pain of the Roloff farm heist would never truly heal.